morning, or good evening, wherever you are. This is Television Reports International, and I'm Ellen Walding. The ongoing Barton conflict has resulted in one of the world's largest humanitarian disasters. In the southern region of Azuria, refugees from Barton have been suffering for years now from interethnic tensions and fighting in their country. According to different sources, the conflict in Barton has caused an estimated number of nearly 11,000 wounded and over 5,000 killed. Beyond emergency needs such as medical, food assistance and shelter, shortages of all kinds are affecting the civilian population, including growing fuel shortages. This causes tension and growing inequality between the refugees and the population of Azuria. In the early morning, a significant low-pressure area turned very quickly into a hurricane and hit the eastern part of Azuria. At its peak intensity, this hurricane, named Isabella, sustained winds of about 195 kilometers per hour. The extreme weather conditions caused heavy winds and massive rainfalls, with subsequent landslides in the region. The consequences are beyond imagination. The Tolu region, and more specifically the Shabash province, have been hit most seriously. Many houses have collapsed and are damaged due to the heavy storm, extreme gusts of wind and landslides. A large number of people are injured and many are still missing. Local rescue workers have not been able to get everybody from under the rubble. The latest news is that the Azurian government sent out a request for international assistance to the United Nations and the European Union to bring emergency rescue services to the Tolu region in Azuria. EU experts arrived yesterday evening in Azuria and made preparations for all the rescue operations needed. Thelma Jordan, our TRI correspondent, is in the Shabash region. Thelma, the European Commission has offered international assistance and several European countries have sent rescue teams to Azuria. Have they arrived? And what can they do?
Well, Ellen, the teams are arriving just at this moment. I suppose it took quite a long time to get here. And also, because of the Barton conflict, the border control is really strict. So that takes a long time as well. Behind me, you can see the United Kingdom search and rescue team. And I've been told that the Czech Republic and the Spanish teams are coming in as well. The problem is that there's this curfew, so the teams can't start their rescue work right away. And the curfew is heavily affecting the rescue work because the teams are not allowed to do anything between sundown and 5:30 a.m. Real help is really needed in this region, so this is a big problem. Well, it appeared that the rescue teams had an opportunity to do some reconnaissance during the night, escorted by Assyrian safety guards. They went to the hospital and there were a lot of casualties over there. People were begging for help. The director of the hospital clearly explained what they needed to provide healthcare. Lots of medicines, clean drinking water and equipment for their staff. During the reconnaissance in the affected area, locals were desperately looking for help. They were screaming, crying and everything that was needed to get attention. I'm now standing next to Annika Kool. She is the team leader of the Spanish USAR team, the Spanish Urban Search and Rescue team. Annika, How is the operation going so far?
Well, we are working hard. I mean, the situation is really hard for the country. We are here trying to help them as much as we can. So we are trying to perform all these difficult tasks that maybe local capacity cannot deal with because they have these big disasters.
What can you tell me about the curfew? I heard there was this curfew from sundown till 5:30 a.m. Did it affect your rescue work?
No, actually, I mean, it's a decision that is taken by the local authorities. They know the situation of the country, so when they take that decision, it's for making the situation more secure and for everyone. So, but actually they allow the teams to do assessment work that is needed to do. So actually it didn't really affect the work.
You're not the only USAR team here. There's this Czech team and the UK team as well. How's the cooperation with them?
Very good. We know each other also because we have this United Nations background. INSARAG, that is the International Search and Rescue Advisory Group. So actually we have many points in common and it's quite easy to coordinate and it's making the work much easier. We're coordinating also, we're coordinating the USAR coordination cell where we take decisions and try to plan for making more effective the work.
Next to me is Wojciech Nesval, the deputy team leader of the Czech team. Sir, what do you think of the operation so far?
I think right now we are at the start of all the operational. We are at the sites and we're working, we're shifting. So right now we are ready to making the next portion of the work.
And the Czech team is not the only team. There's also this UK team and a Spanish team. How do you work together with them?
Yeah, we start at the base of the operational, so we build up the base of the operational. We're thinking about coordination in the basement. We're sharing information, of course, and if somebody needs, we are ready to sharing the materials or special equipment.
There was also this curfew last night. From sundown till 5:30 a.m. you weren't allowed to do anything. How did you deal with that?
It's not about anything. We're working all the night. We are building up this base of the operational, and of course we was at the site Bravo and making assessment of the site.
I'm now standing next to Eric Bellew. He's the operations commander of the UK ISAR team, the International Search and Rescue team. Eric, how do you cooperate with the local authorities?
Well, the communication and the cooperation with the local authorities has been fantastic at the moment. We've clearly, when an international team comes into a disaster theatre such as Azuria, we do rely heavily on the support of the local authorities in order to brief us, to provide us with information management, and to support us in terms of resources required for us to carry out our rescue operations.
And the UK ISAR team is not the only rescue team from the EU. Also there's the Spanish team and the Czech team. Do you cooperate with them as well?
Absolutely. This is not just about UK ISAR support in Azuria. This is about the European Union Civil Protection Mechanism, banding together, working together collaboratively to provide a joint rescue response in support of the Azurian authorities.
I'm standing right next to Dr. Amina Asseshu of the Shabash Hospital. Doctor, what do you think of the medical situation?
I'm very worried about the situation. The hospital has collapsed. Huge part of the building has collapsed. There are many dead and injured people. It's the only hospital in the Shabash region, and we don't have any functioning hospital at the moment. We are out of electricity. We need generators, clean drinking water, and most importantly, we need a field hospital to be able to save more people's lives. And also there has been pollution of the drinking water. We have heard that there has been an outbreak of typhoid fever as well in the region. So it's very dramatic, and I'm very worried.
EU search and rescue teams have operated continuously in the disaster area. Due to the Barton conflict and more than 1 million Barton refugees, they've had to work day and night under stressful conditions. They've rescued 182 people who were stuck under the rubble. Many dead bodies were found and identified.
Next to me is Han Pelster. He is the team leader of the European coordination team. Sir, what did you achieve so far?
Well, what we achieved so far is that we have been deployed from Europe towards Syria, and together with the USAR teams that are on the ground and also based in this camp, we have been able to rescue some people in the hit area of the Shabash region. But not only that, we have also been able to get already first relief goods in country.
Well, we've been told that the priorities are with the Azurian people and not with the Barton refugees. What can you tell me about this?
Well, at this point, and as always, we are working according to the humanitarian principles, which means we are helping those people who are most in need. This goes both for the Azurian and for the Barton people.
There's also this situation with a chemical plant. What can you tell me about the possibilities of a nuclear disaster?
Well, at this point we have only been informed by the national authorities about the chemical plant, and as far as we know right now, there's no danger for the public.
Yesterday during the night we saw this high-ranking officer of the Azurian security services visiting the base of operations to discuss the security measures. There were rumors about a possible spy amongst the rescue workers.
Local authorities and EU representatives stated that the good cooperation between the local and EU rescue teams has saved many lives and helped the region to overcome the aftermath of this tragedy. However, there is still much work to be done.
I'm now sitting next to the EU ambassador, Mr. Rivers. Your Excellency, what can you tell me about the cooperation with the Azurian government?
In a case like the Azurian government at the moment is facing, every government would be overwhelmed. I must applaud the Azurian government for their efforts in alleviating the burden for the people on Azurian soil. It is a tremendous challenge, and I'm proud that Europe has pledged their commitment to assist the Azurian government in fighting this disaster. Of course, the assistance that has come in from Europe focuses mainly on the operational level in the field, saving lives, rescuing people. My job is to coordinate, if in any way possible, the efforts on political and diplomatic level with the Azurian government, so they have a one point of entry for all their political matters.
More news in our next report. We'll keep you updated. This was Television Reports International. Thanks for watching.